in the CranKy Ducklings Antarctica base. We are here finally with our 2021 edition of the Duckling Showdown, our yearly show match, more of a spectacle at this point as we just keep pumping it up higher and higher each and every year. We're gonna have all of our casters, or most of our main casters from throughout the year, joining us today. And we're going to be kicking things off here with me as your host, Yaku of Yakuzaku. And joining me for our first series here, I've got the Budget Tuber was ruft Areen de Uber, Steel_Mold. How we doing, Steel?
I'm doing alright. How are you? How are you, Yaku? How's the new year for you so far?
It's feeling pretty new.
it's Feliz or Navidad?
Well, it's not bad.
No, I meant Navidad. Because it's...
What?
Yes.
Anyway.
Perfect start. Couldn't vote for a better one.
As we were mentioning here, yes, we are here with this year's edition of Duckling Showdown, and as always, we are trying to keep with a theme of something that has either been reoccurring throughout the year or something new that we ventured into this time. Steel, what do we got?
Yes. Yes.
Well, as we all know, as we are all well aware,
what did I miss?
2021 was the year that the CranKy Ducklings, for the very first time, hit a little bit of a milestone. We started things off as tournament organizers, then having our own streams. We've been casting events after events after events. This time, for the very first time, we actually have our very own professional players signed under our jersey.
Professional
we
players.
Can see perfect alliteration.
Players.
Exactly.
Perfect professional Protoss players, even.
Well, only one of those Protoss today. And yes, obviously, we are now getting them together and having them duke it all out. And we're trying to see who exactly among us is the mightiest duck.
I thought you were saying who's the imposter.
Well,
I think it's StarDuck. It's probably StarDuck. StarDuck is probably the imposter, right? It's the one playing Kerrigan Survival.
He would be the first player I'd suspect, I suppose.
Well, he's
for no particular reason.
He's Protoss and he's Australian. That's sus to me.
That's about right. And yeah, with that, we're going to be kicking off our series. But before that all starts, I'm going to do something a little bit different for the very first time in a Duckling Showdown. We're going to start things off with some pre-match interviews. We're going to get both NeO and StarDuck in here to start it off for our very first match, obviously, a TvP. And without further ado, Steel, why don't we drag in our first interviewee?
Yes. Do I drag him? Because my hand is...
I sort of assumed you were already doing it.
No,
I'll drag him in. Yes! Here we have it then. Hola, NeO.
What?
Hola,
Let's hear.
How you feeling?
How I feel today?
Yeah, we're feeling confident to start things off right off the bat.
Yeah, I feel confident to play a TvP. Another TvP. This. I'm very thankful to Light for making me having to play a TvP today.
Obviously.
Yes, and we know that StarDuck isn't too thrilled about this matchup either. So we're starting off with a very disgruntled, match.
To play.
How are you? How have you been preparing for this?
I have some builds in mind, honestly. Some macro builds. I want to play CC first, like 3 racks. Very standard things. I have planned that.
Really?
I started to play more bio.
That is, I'm always glad to hear when a Terran player says that. I gotta tell you, Neo.
Yeah. This is good. This is good. Bio is good. We like bio. We also like mech though. So, don't feel like you need to surprise us too much. One question I wanted to ask you.
Tell me.
Right. So you are from Peru, the land of Peru.
I'm Peruvian,
Right?
yeah.
Yes. You currently live in Chile. As
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me one safe for word swear word, like an exclamation, like in your native lingo.
In what, like one swear word in Peruvian slang?
Yes.
I know, mate.
Try not to get offended.
We use many words like carajo, conche tu madre, hijo de puta.
Carajo is good. Carajo is good.
Carajo, no. Conche tu madre sounds also very good, honestly. Like you can say it, conche tu madre light, porque carajo me pusiste un TvP contra StarDuck, or something like that.
I hope we don't get that now. I just wanted to start the thing off a little more spicily.
I did hear the name StarDuck in there, so I'm hoping that's a little bit of a message for him.
I did say safe for work. Safe for work. It needs to be safe for work. Not something like.
I don't have to say anything about StarDuck. I know he's playing the easy race. He's playing the Protoss race, which is already imbalanced. So,
Whoa.
Even though he only plays Carrion Survivor, I think he can actually manage to win a game or something like that.
Dang. Well, that is actually something that I know you've been pretty vocal about. That you and StarDuck both have been pretty vocal about this matchup. So, I guess one of the questions that we want to ask you here is, why is it that Protoss can't beat Terran?
What? No, it's the inverse.
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one.
Protoss has Colossi, Disruptor, HDs. What Terran has? Terran has nothing, mate. We have paper-made units like Marines. I know what else. Marauders, maybe. No.
I guess you just answered the question there exactly.
What do you have?
Blizzard, if you're listening,
yeah, no,
if you're listening,
what
Blizzard,
do you need?
these are the units you need to nerf. All right.
So basically, what you're saying is you need to play bio.
Maybe. We will see.
Okay.
All right.
So let's move on to our next contestant here, our next player.
All right.
Okay. See you guys.
Good luck, Neo, and thanks for
good luck, Neo.
hopping on.
See you.
Let's go and drag StarDuck in here.
And here we have it. Hello, StarDuck.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going down there?
Oh, I'm upset. Lied to me about the start time. Got another game in.
Did he now? Is this where all of the complaints
for
come
the
out?
viewers at home, when StarDuck says he could have gotten another game in, he does not mean StarCraft 2 ladder. He means Kerrigan Survival 2. That's what he's up to.
Obviously, as always, then. Well, I guess that's a good of a segue as any to get into our first question here. That has been a little bit of a theme throughout 2021, hasn't it, StarDuck? Kerrigan Survival. What we want to know is, how did you get into that in the first place, man?
Oh, I played it back in like 2016, 2017, and then one day I was looking at the arcade and I was like, oh, I wonder how it is now. And then I played it and then I liked it a lot more.
So there's actually a lot of history between you and Kerrigan Survival then.
Yeah.
Been playing it longer than StarCraft?
I played it back in there because I was playing another arcade game then, and the developer of Kerrigan Survival 2 played that arcade game with me, and I joined the lobby thinking it was that game.
So it was
It
Alright.
was the original
It kind
creator
of-
that started you out.
It kind of... I feel like the joke kind of writes itself here. You started playing Kerrigan Survival as a mistake, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, but it was a good mistake.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's a
I'm inclined to believe
happy
you.
little accident.
Well, I'm inclined to believe you here then, StarDuck. Now, moving on to something else that I wanted to ask here for everybody in the chat here who has an exclamation mark Discorded and hasn't joined our Discord server here. We hear that you've had a couple of New Year's resolutions come down. What are they?
To get top 1 in Kerrigan Survival 2.
Of course.
As Kerrigan
Obligatory.
and Survivor. And also to get top 4 in EPT.
That's what we like to hear already. Having a fantastic year in 2021. I mean, you hit top 6 for the very first time.
Yeah, that was when I first started my Kerrigan Survival practice regimen.
Obviously. And, well, here's hoping that it does pay off, the regimen anyway. Now, we're about to let you go here and actually get this match underway. Light is getting a little bit anxious, but we have one final question here we want to ask you. Why is it that Terran can't beat Protoss?
Wait, did you say Terran can't beat Protoss?
You heard,
Yes,
you heard
exactly what you said. You heard him right.
Alright. We're done here.
me.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, fair,
Protoss versus Terran is unwinnable, not Terran versus Protoss.
fair,
Yes,
fair.
It's only, if I win today, it's only because the Kerrigan Survival practices paid off dividends.
Alright, well, fair enough then. Thanks for joining us here, StarDuck, and good luck for your match.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go and
That was some
everyone that
insight.
we are ready.
Yep,
And,
Light is just about yelling at us to get this show on the road.
Yeah.
That concludes our initial interview segment of the two players playing here. NeO, the Terran player from Peru, and StarDuck, the Protoss player from Australia. We got a best of 5 ahead of us. Take it away! I'm waiting for NeO to hit ready. I don't think he realizes he's the host.
It's not me. I'm not the one. For once, I'm not the one running the lobby. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Not my fault.
Wait. No!
Stop looking at me. It's not my fault. What?
Core dropped to the lobby, apparently.
And so did you. What? What happened?
She misclicked. Alright. We're gonna be getting everyone in here.
All right. Let's wait for Kurup.
Mhm. Little-
Kuro has disappeared from the game entirely. I think she accidentally closed the game.
Getting that bug in here again.
This is, I have a confession to make. Back in the day, back in the day, someone, when I was playing StarCraft 1 before Brood Wars, someone told me that if you click Alt Shift F4,
Oh
You-
no.
it fixes your lag problem. And I did it. I confess I did it. I was like 13 at the time, so I have my excuses, but I did it. I
That was-
closed the game.
Yeah, I was about to ask how old you were at the time.
Yeah, look, this is StarCraft 1. This is 1998. You were not even conceived. We were not even born yet. You were an egg. You were half a person as an egg.
The math checks out.
Half a zygote. That's what you were at the time.
The math checks out.
You could have gotten more games in, more Kerrigan survival games in. While we are facing technical difficulties. Nope, that is.
This is how we. This is when we multi-box. Somebody has to teach StarDuck the ways, I suppose. Alrighty then.
Okay. Let's see. You are ready? Yaku, you're the host.
Indeed I am. We are going to be counting down. And when I say counting down, I mean just about beginning now. Our very first match of the 2021 Duckling Showdown.
Yeah. Shout out to Cosmos, who's casting in Portuguese.
That's right.
Over
Twitch
on,
at
I think, twitch.tv/Cosmos.
Yep, twitch.tv/Cosmos SC2. Cosmos, our Brazilian caster here, has been joining us for a lot of these qualifiers, for a lot of the DreamHack language streams. He was the biggest fanboy of Eric when Eric beat Kellizer to make it to the finals of DreamHack Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been hanging on ever since. All right, let's start our very first series here on Berlingrad LE. We're in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have a red Terran player coming down from the land of Peru, currently residing in Chile. He's going to be representing our very own clan, the CranKy Ducklings. He is NeO.
And in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the lands of Australia, one of our very first professional players in our team, and one of the one we know the most,
Arguably
the longest.
spokesman.
Yeah, spokesman for Kerrigan Survival 2. Our Blue Protoss, representing our very own kind, the CranKy Ducklings. Give it up for the Dark of the Stars, StarDuck!
This is what I wanted.
Already?
Exactly. This is what I wanted from our PvT here, Steel.
Yeah. I like that the dog is trying to like... It's barking.
Barking up the wrong gateway, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So...
Barking territory, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Just being on the gateway.
I mean, he's getting a Nexus now, StarDuck here, so it's not completely all in. This is just to be cheeky, I think.
Yeah, just wants to apply a little bit of pressure here on NeO, keep him on his side of the map for as long as possible.
Also, I'm assuming StarDuck, NeO is very well known for playing mech, but he did say he might be playing bio. So maybe StarDuck is thinking, you know what, he's going to be playing mech. Let's just do some early game harassment here. And, you know, just annoy him.
Yeah. A mech already is a pretty slow composition, a pretty slow style to go for, so might as well slow him down even further, right?
However, NeO is getting a second barracks. This is a
Now,
1+1+1.
Yeah, you typically don't get that second barracks when you're going mech now, do you, Steel?
Yeah. So NeO already throwing StarDuck for a loop here, getting a second Reaper. Gonna get that Zealot.
Just needs to click on it! Doesn't quite get the target fire!
Not target firing. That Zealot actually survived, it has 2 health points.
Yeah, I wish we could say the same for that other Zealot, but it was unfortunately not the case going on here.
Alright. Shout out to people in chat. We got Fernando here, we got Staunted, the #1 hype man EU. Welcome everyone. Nice to see all you
You're
regulars.
just in time.
Hello, mother duckers. Who will be Prime Duck? The duckiest of them all. The quackiest quack of all quacks.
Is that the official title that we give them?
I think so, yeah.
They're gonna get a special Discord role at the end of tonight.
By the way, NeO still hasn't. Just as I was saying that, NeO saw the proxy.
So
At least he knows where it is.
Yeah, he knows that that's a potential reinforcement point later down the line, something to be aware of. But for now, he really needs to get a scout across the map. He has been left completely in the dark.
And he is going for it. He really needs to know about the second base that StarDuck has. And to know that StarDuck really has been going a lot more macro than it seems. Might even get a few pro kills here. If he targets fires, he does not. He didn't get any kills here, I think. Maybe one.
He got
one
one,
pro, I
yeah.
think.
One here and one for earlier on, but yeah, unfortunately not enough to really put a dent in StarDuck's economy. He also hasn't been able to get into that main base either.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows about the War Prism coming his way.
But on the other hand, StarDuck doesn't know about the bio. And that there's a lot of Marines
about to.
facing this War Prism right now. And the Viking as well, except, well, he does manage to sneak in.
Yeah, just about skirting around the edges of those Vikings, but yeah, that should just about be the end of this harass. He forces a recall. Oh, but the War Prism will go down! And that's a massive weight off of NeO's shoulders, at least for the time I'm being.
Yeah, because that means that NeO, I mean, thing is, what should NeO do now? Should he attack or should he use this chance to macro up? No, he's attacking. He's bringing the boys as well. Because he's way behind in workers.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped producing workers quite some time ago. There was no way he was going to get a second base up in this game whatsoever. Pulls all of the boys,
few mortals
or most of them.
A few stalkers here. A bit of a move command by NeO here, but he does land the Vikings for extra firepower with the tanks and the Marines. This should be enough.
Yeah, I feel like NeO should keep going from here. StarDuck has already lost one of his immortals.
He really has to.
Fortunately, the rally.
He sent his Marine with an A move. So they're attacking the proxy location.
Yeah, not quite ideal right now. That is a mistake that may actually cost NeO this game, depending on how close this engagement will be. That one extra tank not being in the front lines can really make a difference.
He's going too slow. He's building a bunker. He's waiting for the tanks. I don't know if he has that kind of time. The StarDuck is about to get charged. Another immortal is on the way.
Charge is
overcharged.
There is still overcharge available, but StarDuck is now fighting way outside of shield battery range.
He doesn't have energy for overcharge.
That is unfortunate.
Just his entire army.
He did sacrifice his entire army, but NeO has also bled out a lot of his own army. 2 of his tanks have been taken out. He only has 1 remaining and a very small amount of Marines left. He just needs to survive long enough for another warp in.
The tank does go down, but there's still the bunker here. There's the Viking. There are still Marines here. With the immortal. Maybe if the there's a tank now.
Oh, there we go. That does give NeO a little bit more leverage in this engagement. That bunker is complicating things a lot right now for StarDuck, and I'm honestly surprised that NeO still has a couple of SCVs alive behind all of this. He still has a way to repair that bunker and that tank.
Yeah. Well, not for long. Actually, they're repairing each other now, the SCVs. This is so cute. They're like under fire and they're like fixing one another. But
I gotta save my friend first.
NeO isn't actually doing damage. Yeah. There we go. GG is called. NeO let it linger too long. And StarDuck, despite losing so much of his army, managed to get away with not taking too much damage.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't mention it. He didn't take any economic damage at all, and with how insanely all-in NeO was being, he needed to do a lot more than just trade army.
Yeah.
I think only 2 probes went down throughout the entirety of that game, and it wasn't in the push.
Yeah. That was not enough. I thought there for a second, because NeO had the army advantage, but he just kept not having enough units at the front to continue the push. StarDuck always just killed just enough that NeO couldn't keep on pushing.
That's just about what it was, yeah. When you're a defender in that situation, you know that you're way ahead economically. You can afford losses.
Yeah. Oh, we have a message here.
But
I had a message in game. I'm not used to people messaging me in game. It's so weird to me.
Yeah, I mean you've been around for quite some time here on the CranKy Ducklings channel, Steel. I think most of us I think you've let it be known your opinions of the Blizzard Messenger. But why don't you give the new viewers a bit of a idea of that? Oh, I guess after we do the intros then. Alrighty, we're gonna be continuing our series here on Glittering Ashes. LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left. Wait. Spawning in the bottom left.
Yes, no, it's bottom left. It's bottom left. Yeah.
Yeah! Where was I? A red
Bottom left.
Terran player coming down from the land of Chile, representing the land of Peru, and also our very own CranKy Ducklings. He is the I'm trying to remember Cristiano's nickname for him, but I'll come up with it in the next game. We have NeO.
And in the northeast corner of the map, sending a probe across the map, it is our blue Protoss, currently up 1 in this best of 5 series. All the way from the lands of Australia. Give it up for the Duck of the Stars, StarDuck!
Official mascot? Question mark?
Mascot? No. It's a player, he's not a mascot.
Player, yeah. Well, player mascots can be a thing, or face? Question mark? I don't know. Like, the point I'm trying to get here is that there's a reason why we signed StarDuck.
I mean, yeah, he used to play StarCraft too. That's the reason.
Yeah, he used to play StarCraft 2. He has, the most fitting name, I think, for this team. And has been one of the very, very OGs, right from, I mean, in one of the earliest Sea Duckling Opens.
I mean, yeah. He's one of the... I think he played in the first?
I know
Is
Oreo
NeO?
played in the first, but I think
Oh, no,
StarDuck might have started
maybe
a
it was
little
earlier.
bit later.
Yeah, he started around that time. He used to play Zerg. Zerg, people. StarDuck used to play Zerg. Can you believe that? I'd only be more surprised if he would have been playing Terran.
Would you? Well, nowadays I would be, but you know.
I mean, actually, I think he did play Terran for a bit, just when he was like trying to figure out whether what race he wants to play.
I do recall
He played
that a
random
little bit,
first
yeah.
a bit or something. I'm not trying to remember.
I think I do recall that in a couple of Master Swan Opens, just a bit before he decided to, compete a little bit more seriously, a little bit more regularly, grinding out that ladder.
And speaking of competing seriously, we do have a Twilight Council on the way for StarDuck. And NeO so far didn't go with a second barracks yet. It's going to be 1-1-1.
I'm not gonna lie, still I'm a little bit disappointed after how explosive game number 1 was. With that proxy gateway into the double racks, that we're getting something a lot more standard for Glittering Ashes.
No, I mean, there's a robotics facility coming. We are going to have Blink Stalker drops, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna be
we're
very
gonna have some
aggressive.
fun. We're going to
Yeah.
be having some fun here. I don't think
Definitely. You
StarDuck
don't-
wants to wait for NeO to get mech units out.
Definitely. You don't get a robo facility and blink that early on unless you intend to use it.
Yeah. Okay, NeO does get to save the second base this time. So we are going to have a bit of a more resource. Ooh, wait, what?
He's so
That's
oh!
Robotics Bay. Disruptor drops?
It's Robotics Bay.
No,
What
it's
else?
for Warp Prism speed, right?
Here's the thing, it really could be either at this point. I'm hoping it's for Disruptor drops. But what percent speed wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
Colossus drops. Yeah, Colossus drops. There's a third base for StarDuck, so yeah, actually, what? Is,
Switching gears a little bit here, he's playing a lot more greedy.
yeah, he's switching gears and then going back and forth, like, it's like, is he going to be aggressive? No, he's going to be macros. He's going to be aggressive.
He's
Does get a
switching
couple of
gears
SMGs.
rapidly. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Oh,
Oh, is this me?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
No.
Oh,
Is this
what
me?
up, What up? It's me.
No!
No!
Okay.
No! Okay.
Game paused.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a bit of a pause. NeO says
well.
it's fine. Okay, there we go.
Are we refs?
Let's get
We
right
are
back
refs.
into it.
Game
Kuro's ref. Oh, look at that. They remember to make Kuro ref.
Weren't you the host?
Was I the host? Am I the host? Wait.
I'm not sure. All right, two barracks here on the way for NeO. So it's gonna be Bio.
Yeah, gonna be sticking with this. He has been practicing. 3 Hellions will be dropped into the main, and the probes are starting to fight and line up.
Oh, nice catch there. We get 5 probes, but does lose the Medivac with the Hellions. So not the best of catches.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Has NeO seen that Robo Bay?
I was just about to test that with my one free hand. Yeah, you did see the NeO the Bay.
All right, so more than a Warfall drop here coming down from NeO. I mean, those 5 probes are just about a bonus here.
I mean, for 3 Hellions and the Medivac, I don't know. When considering StarDuck is already way ahead in workers and getting a 3rd base.
Well, at least now he knows that StarDuck is going for an earlier 3rd base and getting and going for. Well, I suppose he doesn't really know whether it's Colossus or not, but when you see that RoboBay researching, you gotta make an assumption, and it's 50-50 what it's gonna be, Warp Resist speed or Colossus range.
Or Disruptor drops. That could work as well.
It could.
Look, I'm trying to be wishful here. Wishful thinking. Put ideas out into the world and maybe they happen.
Well, you know what they say, when you say stuff enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, when you dream it. I don't remember the quote. Something about dreams and reality.
Every time you get that voice, well, you know what they say. I just lean back and I'm like, okay, Yaku is going to say something really stupid.
Look, you know what they say. Look, you know what they say. I don't need to say it for you.
Well, you know what they say. Yes, I do. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't have to. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't have to say it for you.
Not to mention.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, StarDuck trying to come here for a bit of a blink sneak in, but finding it a little bit difficult with NeO being aware of it and alert. Two Medivacs are going for a drop on the other side of the map.
Oh, and StarDuck sees this with his observer, but he doesn't have the defenses up. There's that recall.
He's recalling.
And this is the last thing you want to see as you drop your Marines.
NeO almost boosted into a whole bunch of Stalkers here. Ooh, NeO tried to go for the tech, but sees the Stalkers and just about manages to get away.
I like that a lot from NeO here. Not getting too bloodthirsty, not, tunnel visioning too much. Just, there's no way I can fight that. Dip away, live to fight another day.
Lift to fight another day.
Ha-ha!
Huh?
Ha!
Huh? Ah! That's stonking for ya.
Is it now?
We have 3 Colossi for StarDuck. But NeO, look at the army supply. I wasn't paying attention to the army supply. NeO in the meantime was just pumping out Marauders and Marines.
Oh yeah, the 2 units that he did highlight to us earlier on. The only 2 units that are effective against Protoss, apparently. At least according to NeO.
He's going to siege the 3rd base of StarDuck. StarDuck is trying to get away with a 4th base already, by the way. Might lose this 3rd right now.
Yeah, well, he's got to split up his army, and as you mentioned earlier, NeO just has way more of it. It's mostly Stalkers and Colossus. Those Zealots were just a little too fast. And now there's not much of a buffer for this high-tech StarDuck. Meanwhile, here comes the other drop.
Yeah, there we go. That's why you saved that drop for later. Does catch these Archons. They're pretty beefy, but, you can kill them.
If. Jeez,
well,
look at that. Only a couple of volleys.
He did kill one, but he didn't do a lot of economical damage, so that's a big issue for NeO right now. Because StarDuck is getting away with a 4th base.
Exactly. If I want to be optimistic, if I want to huff the copium, then I'd say, well, prevented StarDuck from mining in this base for a little while, but I mean, it's already more than halfway saturated now. NeO needs to do a whole lot more with his drops and with his pushes.
Mm-hmm. Storm is on the way, Yaku.
Yeah. But so is EMP upgrade.
Yes, and some ghosts. So, yeah. I always say that this is like the Terran answer to Protoss Storm, but I always feel like it's not much of an answer. It's a pretty difficult answer to use.
If they wrote it in an exam, it would just be marked down. EMP.
Alright.
No. F.
F. F into chat for EMP.
Anyway, well, EMP's not quite done yet
Oh,
either. The ghosts are in the back line. Yeah, that was a really good use of the interference matrix, getting it, disabling one of the Colossus. This one shutting out about 25% of the DPS, by my guesstimation.
Yeah. Alright, we don't mind drop into the fourth place of StarDuck, but StarDuck pretty quick with the response. Well, loses a couple of stalkers, but that's better than losing a lot of SCV probes, you know.
That is way better than losing the workers, yeah. He realized that he just had no detection there, so may as well draw the fire away. I'm so proud of StarDuck. This is his least favorite thing to happen in a PvT. He's been very vocal about Widowmine drops.
I'm guessing this is
And
why
I
he's
guess
like, he always
looked
has
at how to deal
stalkers at
with
the
it.
back there. Because it's like, I get, oh, okay. We have disruptors on the way for StarDuck, and a Dark Templar Shrine, Dark Shrine thingy. What's it? Dark Shrine, yes, that's the name of the thing.
The dark thingy. Trilogy.
Darky Dark. Darky Dark.
Darking. The Dark King.
NeO eats one of the disruptor shots.
And that shaves off, I think, a couple of the ghosts as well, who had some pretty high energy. This is still very beefy for NeO, though. As long as he lands the EMPs, not quite able to do so yet. Raven needs to do something.
Low on health. Is the Reader Dust? Oh, without the shields and the Reader Dust, StarDuck is actually vulnerable, but NeO decides to back away.
He is really frightened about that battery overcharge.
Nice quick response by that Marauder to dive into the bunker.
I like to imagine it did a dive roll. Like in one of those action movies, dives in. Oh. And once again, NeO...
StarDuck is getting another base!
And this is what's starting to worry. NeO has had some amazing fights throughout this game, but he's done nothing to really slow down StarDuck. I mean, look at that. StarDuck's already about to be maxed out. Whereas NeO, still on 170 supply, still gonna be quite a ways off from his ideal late game army.
Guys is zerging it up. That's a 6th base.
That's literally double what NeO's got right now, and okay, he is getting a 4th CC, which is something, but he really needed that a lot sooner.
Yeah. I'm very worried for NeO right now. He needs to survive at least this wave of attack by StarDuck. The ghosts are moving forward. There's the EMPs. A decent EMP there.
Yeah, he's actually able to get most of the Stalkers and some of the Zealots as well. Disruptors can't quite find an angle.
Hold up. Where are the storms? There's one High Templar, and it's at home. It's in the 5th base right now.
Well, I imagine he wants to prioritize other forms of AoE now that the ghosts are out.
No, what was that sentence that you just said?
Yeah.
You need Storm. It's a bio. Storm is the best thing. What?
Yeah, you got ghosts out though. And speaking of EMPs, that's a pretty juicy one, but not much of a follow-up. NeO almost backed into a corner.
Ooh, NeO eating up a lot of disruptor shots, but still has a big army supply here.
I think he actually did split that about as well as he could, considering the lack of space, but at that position you're going to be losing a lot. He is chasing them down. They are so exposed. EMP shaves off half their health once again, and NeO completely gets rid of all of StarDuck's AoE right now. He might decide to keep pressing, but he doesn't. He pulls away.
It's not enough. NeO is still on 3 bases. StarDuck has 6. No, he's getting a 7th. He's getting a 7th base, Yaku.
NeO is afraid of something, and I'm not sure what it is.
I think Kuro is zooming in on it right now, I think.
The one High Templar.
There's one thing
It's a ranger. I fear no Protoss. But that
StarDuck
thing.
is getting eight gateways now, by the way.
Yeah, that's 8 additional gates to what he already had. That's
Yeah.
not 8 gates total, mind you. He has a total of 11 to.
He's gonna have about 15, I think.
I think it's gonna be like 19 or something.
16.
16,
Yeah,
there we go. It's a little bit off there. And speaking of a little bit off, I'm also very worried about NeO's upgrades in these fights. He honestly is engaging in some decent positions, but he just doesn't have a good enough army to match this. Where were the EMPs that we saw earlier on? The EMPs were so on point in the fights without the High Templar.
Where does it go? It's coming in from the side. There's a decent EMP there, right there, but maybe it is a bit too late. And he didn't catch the Archon at the front.
Yeah, StarDuck as well with the far superior upgrades is completely going to clean this up. And then some. He's going to have more than enough to remax his army. Because again, 16 gates and 8 bases. Or yeah, 7 bases. About to be 8.
Might as well be 8.
He's got a I mean, he's got a probe waiting on.
He's going to double expand. He's going to double expand.
Oh,
he has a probe in the southeast and in the northwest.
Well,
he's going to double. Oh no, that's a zealot. Never mind.
Oh, okay. And that's an observer. Okay.
And that's an observer. Look, I was hopeful.
Look, Blizzard, if you're listening, give observers the ability to build nexuses. That's a lot of DTs.
This
may as well be zealots at this point.
See. Just walking through that liberation zone. They're not even wasting their time with the turrets.
Yeah, he knows that there's nothing that can really stop the DTs. GG is called, and StarDuck takes game number 2, finding himself a match point already.
All right, shout out to Phoenix in chat. Quack for me, Blomlets. Okay.
Now he's bringing this up.
Crap. I can't count with my. Okay, there we go.
I got you.
I think that was exactly 26. I can't be sure.
Close. That was 29, at least. Might have been 31.
Also, I promised myself quacks. I think I have like 37 quacks that you are that you owed to me. You and Light.
Look, Light won't allow quacks for whatever reason anymore. I think he just can't count higher than 12.
Yeah, you guys are amateurs.
I mean, I know I can't count higher than 12, so I assume that's normal for most people. You're like, you're an architect. You took math. You know numbers.
Actually, I took a very StarDuck drop.
NeO?
No, NeO drop.
Let's get him back into the lobby. He hosted and then he dropped. That's hopefully not
that's
a sign
one
of
way.
things
That's
to come.
one way to give someone else host.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna be jumping in.
Mm-hmm. What was I saying? I was saying, I took math. I took the lowest math requirement that I needed to get my degree. And actually, to be fair, I needed to do like a supplementary course in maths, but I didn't do it. But I still got my degree, so yeah.
So what was the minimum that you need to be able to count up to?
4, but I could only count to 3.
Aww. Well, at least you were able to fool the degree people, I guess. And speaking of fool, no, that's a bad transition. We are gonna be continuing our series with 2000's Atmosphere, LE. Blink-182 was playing in the background somewhere. In the top right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner, we of course have our red Terran player coming down from the land of Chile, but originally from Peru. He of course is going to be representing our team, the CranKy Ducklings. He is going to need to do something very, very desperate here. NeO.
And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Australia, representing our own clan, the CranKy Ducklings, currently on match point to sweep this entire match and proving that TvP is unwinnable. Give it up for the Duck of the Stars, StarDuck! TvP unwinnable, man.
Absolutely.
Telling you.
Blizz, buff Marine and Marauder.
Buff Marine Marauder. Give them healing. No need for medivac. No need for medics.
But if the medevac heals a unit that is healing, then it actually buffs them somehow.
Isn't that wait?
Like
Isn't there
steroids.
what's that? I think in the co-op commanders. I think.
Oh, yeah,
Rainer,
yeah.
One of his abilities is that the steam heals the units, right? Or something like
It's
that.
not Sim heals units, but it's the medics can, in addition to the healing, they can also give a attack speed buff, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaking that with, and it stacks with Stim as well, so, yeah.
No, I think Stim is the one. No, I think Stim doesn't reduce health or something. That's like one of Rainer's like big
I
buffs.
think so. It's been a while since I played co-op.
Yeah, but a few years now that I think about it. I have not been keeping up with what's going on there. I've never actually bought any of the the commanders.
Yeah. I got some commander for free for some Twitch thingy or another, but I don't remember which one. I think it might have been Dahaka. Anyway, already a nice little start here for StarDuck. They're laying the CC by just a little bit more.
And also a Twilight Council again with a robotics facility for StarDuck.
And StarDuck really
we have a
wants to
second
have the
factory.
control, or the map control at least.
NeO is going full mech. This is the full form.
Yo, going back to basics in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I got to worry.
yeah, you know what? You know what worked so far? Mech.
Well, not in this series, but that's because he hasn't played mech in this series. But you know what has
Yeah,
worked well for
exactly.
NeO throughout his career, his entire career competing in StarCraft 2 very consistently? Mech.
Yes.
At least according to one of his alternate IDs, the Mr. Mech No Skill.
Yeah. I don't know, and it's Tony Montana, which is very weird, a little bit weird.
Wait, isn't that Chicken Man?
No, that's Montana West.
Ah.
Tony Montana is the protagonist of Scarface, the movie. Right. Speaking of
Okay.
Scarface, NeO is carving up some probes here.
Yeah, gets another 5, 6, actually.
7! Nice. This is the first time I think that NeO actually manages to pull off a good early game harassment in this
Yeah,
series.
it's a much better start and much more cost efficient, shall we say, compared to the last game where he did lose that medevac and all four of his Hellions for not too many probes.
The StarDuck is bringing in the War Prism, and the Stalker is gonna jump in here. The tanks are unsieged. Oh, they're getting resieged. There is an observer here, so he sees everything that's going on up there. Only dropping one Stalker on the tank.
Yeah, and that's just
Actually,
as a
one Zealot.
distraction.
He's gonna use the Zealot to kill the tank with the splash damage.
And that is devastating. No,
Genius
NeO! Oh, not like this. That is not how I wanted the game to end. But GG, StarDuck takes that series 3-0. Let's coordinate this when you're ready.
GG!
False. Beautiful. For some reason. GG is called, and that will be a 3-0 victory for StarDuck, proving once and for all, I think, that
The TvP
TvP is unwinnable.
Unwinnable. The unwinnable match. He's just proving himself wrong the entire time.
Well, it's all to that Kerrigan survival.
Yeah, I think this. I mean, maybe he can. Maybe it would have been better if he actually got to play his 2 games in Kerrigan Survival, right?
Actually, that would have buffed him up even more. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna wait. We're gonna have an interview with StarDuck in a minute, but he's not in Discord chat.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
getting him ready. I mean, he just, he's off celebrating his win a little bit, and by that I mean, getting water and what have you.
There he is.
Oh,
I'll bring him in.
there we have it. StarDuck! Congratulations, man. 3-0.
Thank you.
So, PvT unwinnable, huh?
No, remember what I said before?
That we did. Do you think you would have...
You said that PvT is unwinnable.
Yes, but if I was to win, it was because of the Kerrigan survival practice.
But you didn't get your games in.
Well,
No,
he
that's
meant...
fine.
You could have
I
played
had
some
played
more
enough
games. You weren't even in your final form. I guess what you're saying is you keep proving that TvP is unwinnable.
Well, what
What
he's
do you
actually
mean?
saying here is that StarDuck has found the secret. And that apparently is
Okay.
Kerrigan survival.
Back in ANZ Champs,
Mm-hmm.
TvP was so winnable that Azure won without breaking a sweat. Like, he literally had to play 1.5 games to win in a best of 5 somehow.
Are you saying? Did you not think that maybe it's because it's Azure and not because of Terran?
But Azure does play Terran, I guess.
Just thinking scientifically here. I'm just not. Don't mean to peer review your research.
And besides which,
Well-
I've played many more games with Kerrigan survival since. So maybe that practice has helped me out here.
Well, there seems to be a little bit of a correlation there.
Just don't like
No.
that, so you got stop getting on my back. God damn it.
So, how do you feel? Finally, giving it back to the Terrans.
Pretty good. I think I had sort of a build order advantage in that last game though.
Yeah, as we all saw how that went. What I want to know, though, is what was the plan for the original game, though?
Oh, the
As we
original
saw,
game?
yeah,
That was just
Berlingrad.
like
We were all
Max Pack's
Little bit-
gate opener. And then I saw he was one base, so I went way behind it.
smart.
And then it was just a matter of buying enough time until charge finished. And then it doesn't matter if I lose most of my army, because like I can reinforce much faster than him, because I'm mining off 2 bases.
Yeah.
And just mass charge lot is good versus, or like tier 1 Terran, like without any upgrades.
Just about a universal truth here. Do you still... It seemed anyway that you don't have as much trouble with Widow Mines, but you know what? While we have you here, while you're fresh off the back of that PvT win, you have anything to say to Blizzard, I guess, about mine drops?
Why did you have to make them cloak with an armory? Why?
For balance.
God damn it.
StarDuck, for balance. They weren't OP enough.
And
Look, it's bad
Well,
enough when you have to sacrifice a ton of lost mining time and sacrifice like 3 probes. But then when they're invisible, like 1 invisible mine in each base, and it's like GG.
well, I'm sure NeO is hoping that that was the case now. We're about to let you go, but one final question here. In the next round, you're going to be facing either Eric or Oreo as your Zerg opponent. Who would you rather face?
That's a tough one. they're both very good, but Orio's good in the more standard sense, and Eric's good in the more wild sense. So I'd probably rather play Oreo.
Alrighty then.
All
Hear
right.
that? Hear that, Oreo? That's you gotta do it for StarDuck now. Once again, congrats on your win. We'll see you when you play next, I suppose.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck.
Alright, well, that was game number 1. Or no, game number 1, series number 1. We're gonna jump into our ZVZ pretty soon, but first I believe we're gonna have a break coming up.
Yeah, should be taking a short break as we switch some casters around. I'm going to go to sleep because it's 1 a.m. and
Yeah, but sure. What are you, like, what are you, old?
well, first of all, also yes, but also like there are people sleeping in this house,
Yeah.
and I've been loud
Yeah, it
enough.
makes sense, yep. You don't want to get a noise
Yeah.
complaint going on.
Yeah, but that was fun. It was fun.
Mhm.
I always enjoy casting these yearly tournaments. They are always fun. It was great to cast when, especially when players show up.
Hey.
Yaku.
Well,
Yeah,
Why-
you didn't show up to your show match that one time.
no, I did.
Yeah.
Why did you jump on me? I was the one who showed up.
Yeah, you didn't show up.
What?
It was Yakuzaku versus
Yeah.
Warbuff.
Yeah.
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 Warbuff didn't show up. So
Yeah.
yeah, Warbuff you,
Yeah.
Yaku.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Good night. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we're going to have Eric versus Oreo.
Stay tuned for that.
Are we out? Are we out? We're not. I don't think we're